Welcome to today's class where we'll be exploring several critical areas including trust and attachment, emerging emotions, interactions with others, and gender roles and identity. By the end of the session, you'll be able to answer some key questions about these stages of development. Let's jump right on in. So, what are Erikson's 3 stages of psychosocial development? Well, Erikson's first 3 stages of psychosocial development are trust and mistrust, which goes from 0 to 1. In this stage, infants learn to trust their caregivers to meet their needs, and successful resolution leads to a sense of security. Autonomy versus shame and doubt is from year 1 to 3. Toddlers learn to do things independently. Successful resolution of this fosters autonomy and confidence. And stage 3, which is initiative versus guilt, which is 3 to 6. Preschoolers during this age begin to assert control and power over their environment. Successful resolution leads to a sense of initiative and leadership. So, how do infants form emotional attachments to parents? Well, infants form emotional attachment to parents through consistent, sensitive, and responsive caregiving. This bond, known as attachment, is strengthened by physical closeness, eye contact, and emotional attunement. What are the types of attachment of relationships? Attachment relationships can be classified into 4 different types. Secure attachment, which is when infants feel safe and confident that their caregiver will meet their needs. Avoidant attachment, when infants appear indifferent to their caregiver and may avoid them. Resistant attachment, where infants are anxious and show clingy behavior but are difficult to comfort. Or disorganized attachment, where infants show inconsistent and confused behaviors towards their caregiver. Children begin to express basic emotions such as joy, sadness, anger, and fear by 6 months of age. These emotions are easily recognizable and are expressed similarly across cultures. Children start to understand other people's emotions around 18 to 24 months. They begin to recognize emotional expressions and understand that others have feelings different from their own. Complex emotions such as guilt, shame, pride, embarrassment develop around 18 to 24 months. These emotions require a sense of self and understanding of social norms and expectations. So how do children regulate their emotions? Well, children regulate their emotions through a combination of innate abilities and learned strategies. Techniques include self-soothing, seeking comfort from caregivers, and as they grow older, using language to express their feelings and employing coping strategies taught by adults. Youngsters begin to engage in play with one another around 12 to 18 months. This early play is often parallel, where children play side by side but not directly interact. By age 2, more interactive play, such as simple games or shared activities, emerges. Children's willingness to help one another is influenced by factors such as empathy, modeled behavior from adults, positive reinforcement. As they develop a sense of empathy, children become more likely to engage in helping behaviors. So, how does play change from infancy and preschool years? Play evolves from simple solitary activities to more complex and interactive forms. In infancy, play primarily is exploratory and sensory-based. By preschool years, children engage in imaginative play, cooperative games, and role-playing, which help develop social skills and cognitive abilities. So what are the stereotypes about males and females, and how do they correspond to actual differences between boys and girls? Some common stereotypes include the beliefs that males are assertive, independent, and aggressive, while females are nurturing, cooperative, and emotional. While there are some average differences in behavior and preferences, individual variation is significant, and many abilities and traits overlap between genders. Young children learn gender roles through a combination of observation, imitation, and reinforcement. They observe the behaviors of adults and peers, imitate gender-specific activities, and receive feedback that reinforces gender-appropriate behavior. Media and cultural norms also play significant roles. But we're seeing changes in gender roles. Gender roles are becoming more flexible and less rigid. Societal changes have increased awareness of gender diversity contribute to more equitable opportunities and expectations for both genders. Children are now encouraged to explore a broader range of interests and activities regardless of the traditional gender norms. Understanding these stages of early childhood development helps us to appreciate the complexity and richness of human growth. From forming attachments and expressing emotions to interacting with peers and developing gender identity, each stage plays a crucial role in shaping who we are and who we are becoming. Thank you for joining today's class. I hope that you now feel more equipped to answer these important questions. If you have any questions of your own, feel free to reach out to me and ask.